Hi guys, and welcome back to Chimeraland. Today we're going to look at how to restore your HP. So there's a couple things we can do. These are a few things I found. Some of them you might not know, some of them you probably already do. But I've got a few things that will help you restore your HP when you're out and about. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, first off, pretty simple. Find yourself a chair and sit down. This will heal your HP, and if your pet and attendant or one or the other or whoever is out, it will heal them as well. So we'll just get our pet. Probably don't do it while you're sitting down. We'll just get them away a little bit. There we go, there's our attendant, there's my pet. He's fully healed, so I don't have to worry too much about him, but it doesn't look as though she is, so we'll come up here and sit down, and it will heal both of them. So it's a good thing to do if you're sort of in between battles. You don't use any potion, you don't have to worry about any of that, like using any resources. You're just sitting down and both of them should heal up. Alright, next thing we're going to have a look at, we will need a little bit of wood and a little bit of stone. So what we're doing here is we're just collecting the resources we need. You can do this anywhere. I'm just going to make a camp and put it down. There's a mushroom over here, we can grab that too, and we could cook that as well if we're after some food. So we'll just duck up here and get a little bit of stone. How can I get no copper from that? Anyway, so what we do is we go into fuse, we go into device, and then we go to camp level 1. You can make a camp level 2 and carry it around with you, but that can only be made at the spirit orb. So if you just want something quick to sit down at, just craft it. It goes into your bag. Go in, pull it out, and place it. If you come up to it, you have the option to rest. If you sit down to rest, you have the option to cook. So we can throw a few things in. So I've got recipes here. It does put all your recipes back to level 1 recipes. You can't make anything any more fancy than that. But here I've put on some orchid soup. And we'll just cook up some of that. Okay, so with the orchid soup, that will also help heal your HP. So that's another thing that can help you out if you carry a few of those around. They can also help heal. Okay, we do have sort of, I guess, in a mini hotbar, all our elixirs, food, things like that, so you don't have to go poking around in your bag, and that's really handy and easy to be able to use if you're fighting a battle or anything like that, rather than trying to find where they are or putting them in your hotbar. Okay, next thing's pretty self-explanatory as well, and they tell you in the beginning of the game to make one. You just have to lay in bed. This will regenerate. It's the same as sitting on a chair. This will regenerate your HP. And it will also regenerate your HP of your attendant and your mount. You can also sit at a table or the dressing table, anywhere you're sitting down, you will regenerate your HP. Now if we go to our elixir maker, this one's also pretty straightforward. We have all the elixirs, which are basically your healing potions. These you would tend to use in the giant beast battles. They will restore your HP pretty much instantly. And they're what you would use if you want your HP, like if you're low on HP and you want to sort of heal up relatively quickly. I have the Elixir Mega 3 opened up so I can craft right up into the legendary elixirs, but as you go along, I think the first one you can only craft to the green level, the second level you can do to the, I think it's the epic elixir. You can also make pills, which are pretty much the same. They will sort of give you a boost and then you recover HP over a time. Now, next thing we can do is we can go into our mood tab, go down to action and click meditate. Now what this does is this sits you down on the ground, you get your shimmery rainbow cloud bubble around you and your HP will slowly regenerate. It's nowhere near as fast as sitting down and or taking a potion or anything like that. But it does regenerate. You don't need to do anything and you don't need a chair. Alright, the next thing that we have is a weapon, which is called the pepper. It's like a little guitar. Now, if you pop this in your hotbar, one of its attacks will actually heal you. And another of its attacks, as well as damaging your enemy, will heal your team. So the top one, which throws the little green balls, if you target one of your team members or somebody that you're around, you can actually attack them and it will heal them every time it hits them. The spinny circle one will heal yourself, and there's the attacks that it has. So I tend to keep one of those in my bag just in case. Okay, here's another thing that you will probably see quite often is there's abandoned furniture everywhere. Now here's a wooden stool. You can reclaim it, which means you'll pick it up and put it in your bag and you can take it home to your house and, put it wherever you like. But I have thousands of these, or what seems like thousands, so I stopped collecting them a while ago and I just sit on them to regenerate my health when I see one, if I need to, and I leave it there. Okay, and the last thing is if you see somebody else's house, if your health's getting down a little bit, I've been making this video and regenerating my HP the whole time, and I don't have to worry about it right now. But if you see a house, chest, grab that. Silver key, nice. Anyhow, if you see a house that's there, as long as it's not enclosed and the door isn't closed, you can actually just go inside. Most people will have a chair of some kind or a bed, and you can use those. So just have a quick look around. There's a recliner there, so we can take a seat in there. And there's also a chair just off to the right that you can't see, so you could sit in that as well. So, as I said before, if your pet and your attendant, one or the other or both together, are out, you can actually use, they will regenerate their health as well. You can also use all of their equipment in their house. Just something to note, see how that spirit orb is on a wooden foundation? You can actually go into your build tab, pick it up and move it to a different foundation if you want all your floors to be the same. So what we might do is we might come back and give him a like for having a place to stay, but I would love it if everybody that watched this put a chair outside their house so some people have a place to sit. Anyhow, guys, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.